Dick. And now, here's your host of Late Night with Andrew Dick, Mr. Andrew Dick.
Late Night Show with Andrew Dick. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a special edition. It's Friday, so we're a little bit loose, but still in the serious mode because it's important what's happening politically on the island of St. Martin, keeping you updated, making sure that you know what is going on in your neighborhood. Now, of course, they had a meeting of Parliament today where it was crazy, people. It was mad. Literally M-A-D, mad. The President of Parliament, Mr. Rudolph Samuel, held a meeting. Today, it's because of the National Alliance, they requested to discuss the political developments, what happened. Yesterday, we were informed that Minister of Public Works, Mr. William Marlin, will be in the House. He was there today. All right. Now, majority of Parliament wanted to show that they have the power, so they didn't sign in to the meeting, given only 6 members of the National Alliance that signed in, because Mr. Patrick Illich was not present for the meeting. So only 6 people sign in. You need 8 people in order to convene the meeting. So they wanted to show and flex their muscle and show that they're in charge. And they did, because at 10 o'clock the meeting couldn't start. Right after 10 o'clock, you see the rest of the members sign in. All the 8 members of Parliament that wants to support the new government, which is the Democratic Party, you have the UP Party, and also independent member of Parliament, Mr. Romain Laville. They signed in afterwards, showing that, you know, you need our signatures in order for the meeting to continue, even though you're the one who called it. That's how bad they be. Okay, so you're thinking that's it? You're thinking that's how we're going on? What do you think happened after? Ay. It's so exciting. I was there, right there, watching like, oh my God, in St. Martin this is happening? All right. What happened after was the meeting was opened by Mr. Samuel, and Mr. Samuel decided to use his power as the President of Parliament, showing that he is the President, and unless he gives you permission to speak, you can talk also. So you can only speak if you're spoken to. So for example, when I'm talking, you can't talk in Parliament. Very simple, because I am the chairman. Okay? So I can say, good evening or good afternoon. In your case, good evening. Thank you for being here. Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Shut up! Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! I didn't give you the floor. Basically, that's what happened. I just giving you a sample of what happened. He didn't shut your mouth. He didn't say shut up, but he said, "You don't have the floor, sir. You don't have the floor. I have the floor. And unless he don't give you the floor, you can't talk." So basically, it was like, "But Mister, I have the floor. I have the floor." Classic, love it. Then right after, you know what he did? Because he can't be the only parliamentarian speaking during the whole meeting, because he's the chairman, he has to chair the meeting. So he did the best trick ever. He opened it, he talk, and then right after, I need some more advice. Meeting adjourned. Bam! You can't say nothing. But Mr. Chair, we didn't say nothing. What going on in this country? Basically, that what took place. Now, of course, thank you to our friends at AVS News. We have some footage that we are going to share. This is the craziness of what's happening in Parliament today. Friday. Take a look.
Because you want Mexican standoff, William. You want Mexican standoff, and now he's calling you. He got Mexican standoff because William said you can have Mexican standoff. William, he's calling you. Hey, William said he wants Mexican standoff, so you get Mexican standoff.
Undemocratic.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Roy Hart is not in William, they want Mexican standoff. This is what they want. William can't accept the fact that he's out, and this is what he's encouraging the people to do.
Chairman can suspend and close a meeting. You become the chairman when you sit at that seat. He did not sit at the seat to close or suspend the meeting. He had the kafir send an email stating that the meeting will be postponed because
if the
members
chairman
want
wants
it.
to talk about
The only
rules of
time
order,
the chairman
gotta
can
give
do that
the
is
guy
when
a
he
chance
sits
to
at the
talk.
seat
He
to
cannot-
become the chairman of parliament.
But if the chairman
He is
wants to talk
instituting
about
that
rules
as
of
the
order,
president of
and it
parliament,
happens in here,
which is in conflict with the
the
rules of order.
cancellation of the meeting that took place last week.
Conflict of the rules of
The
order.
cancellation meeting that took place last week. We were sent an email by 16 minutes past 10 to tell us that the meeting was cancelled. The email was not signed by him. It was signed by the recorder, by Van Dyke Bell. If the chairman who acts on behalf of Parliament, then the chairman should have been the one to send and sign that letter to us telling us that the meeting of the 13th was cancelled. Because of the fact that the chairman did not notify us, I was not notified at 16 minutes past 10. The vice chairman, in the absence of the chairman, took on his responsibility and dealt with the meeting. So the meeting that was kept was not an illegal meeting. So if you want to talk about rules of order, the chairman has to apply rules of order. That's number one. Okay, that's number one. And I got a surprise for that number two, where they come back to. The chairman quoting Article
31, but you can only quote Article 31 if you're sitting as the chair. As the president, you cannot just close a meeting or suspend a meeting. It says the chairman can suspend and close. In order for you to be the chairman, you have to sit in a meeting and chair the meeting. The president did not want the option or the slip up that the moment he chairs the meeting and calls it to order, he would have received a point of order in order to continue the meeting. This is where he was trying to fail. So Article 31, he's quoting, is not in conformity to the law of the rules of order.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my God. You see that? You see? Where's my... Let me take off my jacket. No. No, no, no. That's... You... Look.
In fact, if the chairman wants to live by the rules of order, Minister William Marlin have no calling in this room today. Because if the minister wants to be present, the members of Parliament who invited him have to send a written request. Motivated to the Parliament. It has to be voted on. And when a majority of Parliament decide that they want the minister present, then the minister is present. So now if you want the minister present, let him come on Monday because we'll vote it down. Because the minister have no right to decide here once it's not accepted by the members of Parliament. If he wants to talk about rules of order, he did not follow the rules of order by going and inviting the minister while the members who requested a meeting, France, George, etc., sent him a notice that they want the meeting to be kept, and he just went on his own and invited the minister. That's not the way it works. It has to go according to the same rules of order that the chairman is talking about. So if you don't follow the rules of order, we got to follow the rules of order all the way. It cannot be so that the recorder, the Griffier, sends out an email to members of Parliament cancelling a meeting. It should not come from the Griffier. It should come from the chairman if we're talking about rules of order.
Only when National Alliance meets is when the bloggers go and post those things. But the bloggers are not objective.
I've never seen this before.
Anyway, let's go.
Illustrated is the fact that National Alliance, under the leadership of Minister William Marlin, who stated in no uncertain terms that we will have a Mexican standoff, and what we're seeing here, evidence before us today, is the President of Parliament, who claims to live by the rules of the order, yet when you understand, the article says he should allow interruptions and refuse a point of order, goes to his gavel after he made a long speech, and then suspends the meeting until Monday. And why? It's a buying of time so that National Alliance and William, who refuses to accept democracy, has been given a motion of no confidence, is no longer to be serving as minister, but insisting that he should hold on to his seat like a little boy who plays marble, lose the marble game, decides to take his marble and all the other marble because the game can't continue because William Marlin is no longer in the game. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, and I'll say it a million times, it's wrong. William Marlin is causing all of this.
This is of utmost importance. Where do we go from here? You can't be prime minister only in the beautiful events. You can't be prime minister only when cutting ribbons and your Zumba jump up and stuff like that. You got to be prime minister in this crisis situation. There are a lot of lawyers in this island. The prime minister has a lot of lawyers to her disposition, and that's where the buck stops. This is it. You know, it's a very simple thing. You either lead, follow, or you get out of the way. You can't come and give excuses of the vice prime minister of somebody else. No. Based on the lawyers that you have access to, based on the legal advice that you can get, we need to tell the people. Do we have a council of ministers right now, or has it been sent home? That is one. So that means that meeting that took place here in this esteemed house, was that meeting legal or not? That needs to be clear. You can't send home one council of ministers twice.
The country is set up, as you know, we have a trias politica, which means that we have the legal branch, the executive branch, and the parliament, members of parliament. All of them have the same amount of power. One doesn't have more power than others. Just as it is the good right of the members of parliament to vote ministers non-confidence, it is the good right of the council of ministers to dissolve parliament, which is something that is executed by the prime minister based on the rules of order of the Council of Ministers. I just wanted to have give people a different view as to why is it possible that we do it and why I support it, basically, because we having a lot of movement jumping back and forth now, and it's really making the country look bad. You know, it's not about a political party or any support for the political party. Everybody knows which political party I support. I've been doing it for a very long time. I even ran on the list. But this is even more important than just a political party. This is about the way the country is looking outside of St. Martin. We have to get serious, and we have to start to elect serious people to parliament. We cannot allow members of parliament to be holding ministers hostage and stuff because they're going to vote them out to non-confidence, for what I think is absolutely not a valid reason. In fact, they haven't even given a valid reason as to why these 4 ministers have been voted out non-confidence. So if the people of members of parliament are failing to do their job, then it's time to call new elections and let the people decide. If the people decide they want them back, they will get back. If the people decide they want different people will be there. But I don't think that no member of parliament or any politician should be afraid of elections right now. All right.
Let's get him. Let's get him. Let's get him. Anyway, let me conduct myself. This is still the late night show. That's what's happening in your neighborhood. Late night show with Andrew Dick. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back.